Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick, and today we're going to be having a special kind of top 5. This is kind of a top 10, as we have a special guest with us, and his name is Arodiad. So, we're going to get right into this.
Hey, what is up, guys? It's Arodiad here, but you can call me Nick. And I am here joining Patrick, also known as the Gaming Goat, for this top 10 video. In this top 10 video, we're going to be counting down our top 10 most favorite Sinnoh Pokemon. Now, I'm going to be doing 5 of my favorite, and Patrick is going to be doing 5 of his favorite, and if you plus those together, 5 plus 5 equals 10. So now that the intro's done and we all know what we're doing, why don't we just get right on to this list?
For my number 5, we have Toxicroak. I really do like Toxicroak, and I'm not really sure why. He's a great Pokemon, and he's really useful both in-game and competitively. His design is great, and his move pool isn't too shabby either.
Coming in at number 5 for me is Mamoswine. Now, what 4th gen did well is it brought a lot of new evolutions to a lot of old Pokemon. One of these being Piloswine. So Swinub and Piloswine I have always loved. I don't know, its ground ice typing I extremely love, but it didn't get as much love as it deserved. And when Mamoswine came out and I saw how amazing it was, I don't know, I just fell in love. I mean, it is fast as hell for a mammoth, considering. I mean, who thinks a mammoth's fast? You wouldn't, would you? But this Mamoswine is extremely fast, it hits like a truck, it is extremely good at setting up stealth rocks, it's got Ice Shard for priority, it's got Icicle Crash, it is just an extremely good Pokemon. It is overused, I'll give it that, but there is a reason why it is overused. You can run whatever you want. You could run Life Orb, you could run Focus Sash, I see Focus Sash leads a lot, but you can run whatever you want. It's an extremely versatile Pokemon, and it is for good reason, because it is an amazing Pokemon, which is why Mamoswine is number 5 on this list.
For my number 4, we have Abomasnow. Abomasnow is a really cool Pokemon. His typing is unusual, and it's just a really cool looking Pokemon. Its stats aren't very good, and for how late you'll be catching it in the game, it isn't really worth it, so anyway, but he's a really cool looking Pokemon.
Coming in at number 4 for me is Staraptor. Now, Staraptor is more than just a generic bird Pokemon for me. It is a really good Pokemon to me, and there is a good reason for that. So, if you guys remember the Pokemon Ranger games, where you get to, have a Pokemon next to you and you circle around other Pokemon to catch him, well, in there was a game, I'm pretty sure it was, I can't remember the name of it, but you get a choice from your starter Pokemon, like your starter joining Pokemon of 3, and you get a choice between a Pachirisu, a Munchlax, and a Starly. And these Pokemon, you get to swap them out, after you choose one, you get new ones to join you and things. But I chose Starly, and Starly was with me for the whole journey. I kind of got an attachment to it. So when I started playing Pearl version, I found a Starly in the wild, I caught it, and it was a great decision to me. It is an extremely powerful Pokemon, and when it evolves into Staraptor especially, it learns close combat. I don't know where it gets its fist from, but it does, and it is an extremely good Pokemon, and I don't know, in competitive it's good as well. It's like you can slap a choice scarf on it, you can do a choice band, you can do what you want, you can give it U-turn, Roost, Double Edge with its ability Reckless can do more damage, Brave Bird, you name it. I mean, Staraptor is extremely versatile, it is an extremely good Pokemon, which is why it's number 4 on my list.
For my number 3, we have Turtwig. Turtwig is my favorite Sinnoh starter. Many of you guys know that grass types are my favorite, and Turtwig is probably my favorite grass type starter. It's an awesome Pokemon, and it was my first starter in Sinnoh. I also really remember on Easter about 5 years or so ago, I got a Turtwig Pokemon card, and I think it was a holo. Its evolutionary line is also really cool. I mean, who doesn't like a turtle with an entire continent on its back? It's a complete beast stat-wise, and it has huge attack and defensive capabilities.
Coming in at number 3 is a Pokemon that almost everyone I know loves, Lucario. Now, Lucario is a Pokemon that just screams badass the second you look at it. It is an extremely powerful Pokemon. It can be either a special attacker or a physical attacker depending on what you want. It has access to Aura Sphere, Close Combat, Swords Dance, Dark Pulse, whatever you want. It is extremely versatile. Not only to mention, its Mega Evolution is extremely powerful. It is so powerful, it got banned to Ubers because its ability, Adaptability. I know it's a bit redundant, but it is an extremely awesome Pokemon. I also used one in my Black 2 playthrough of Black 2, and it never served me wrong. I remember finding a Riolu in that grass, at the start of the game near that ranch, and I remember catching it, leveling up its happiness, and it was just so cute. I love it so much. I named mine Aura, I'm pretty sure, no, I named mine Snouts, that's right. I named expand its snouts, and it just never served me wrong. I mean, it did the best it could, and for good reason. It is an extremely good Pokemon. Its typing's not that bad as well. It's pretty unique with Fighting Steel. I don't think any other Pokemon shares that typing. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but Lucario is number 3 on my list.
For number 2, we have Garchomp. Garchomp is the epitome of a great pseudo-legendary. Although he is very vulnerable to ice, he makes up for it in almost every other regard. I love Garchomp to death, and he's by far my favorite pseudo-legendary.
Coming in at number 2 on this list is Drifblim. Now, Drifblim is a Pokemon that came out of left field for me, and for good reason. So, I was going through my Kalos Adventures for the first time, I was playing a Y, and I had my team of 5, and I was missing one Pokemon, and I didn't know who to have. I didn't know if I wanted a Flying type or a Ghost type. And I remember walking through a patch of grass, and as soon as I was thinking that in my head, this Drifblim, I'm pretty sure it's pre-evolution, Drifblim, comes up in my face, and I'm thinking, you know what, I never really liked these Pokemon, but I'm going to catch it anyway and train it up. So I caught it, and as soon as I caught it, I don't know, I fell in love. I took it into Pokemon to me. I was playing with that little tuft of hair on its head. Realized I didn't like those little hand things that it has being touched, but I really liked it. It became a tank for my team and pretty much swept the 3rd gym, the fighting gym, because fighting is extreme. Like, it can't even hit me because I'm a ghost type. Well, Drifblim's a ghost type, and flying is super effective, so it just was taking everything out. It was crazy. It is a HP monster. Its ability Aftermath is crazy because pretty much if you die, it's taking someone down with it. I mean, it's pretty guaranteed, right? And it is just an extremely good Pokemon. It doesn't get as much love as it deserves, I feel, but it is also extremely creepy because if you've read its Pokédex description, it says something about how Drifblooms like take children away or something like that, so it's got a bit of creepiness about it, but I really like Drifblim, and that is why it is number 2 on this list.
For number 1, we have Luxray. Not really a surprise to some. To be honest, Sinnoh set the way I create teams for game runs. The formula consists of a Grass-type starter, an early Bird, an early Electric type, and a mid-game Water type. This team covers all the bases and is great for running through games. With that out of the way, why do I like Luxray? Well, it is my favorite Electric type early on. The move pool for this is pretty decent, and it really helps out with sweeping a rival every time you challenge him in the games. Its attack stat is also really good, and so running a normal Electric type moveset is pretty impossible. Get Thunderfang, Crunch, Roar, and Scary Face, and this guy will wreck entire teams.
We are now at my number 1 most favorite Sinnoh Pokemon, and number 1 position goes to Ambipom. Now, Ambipom is a Pokemon that is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and it's come out of left field for me recently. And for the simple reason of that is it is an extremely powerful Pokemon in UU, and UU is the tier that I play with the most, and Ambipom does not disappoint. You can give it a Focus Sash, you can give it a Life Orb. It's got that Fake Out Technician, it's got U-Turn, Double Hit, which both gets boosted by Technician. You can run Pursuit, Knock Off, whatever you want. It's an extremely powerful Pokemon. But it also grasped me the victory on a Lumio Station video that I submitted, and it got me onto the channel. So I guess I owe a bit to Ambipom, but Ambipom is an extremely amazing Pokemon. Its face just looks so cheeky, like, you look at it and it looks like it's done something wrong, but you can't really pin it on it. It's like one of those things where you're just like, did you do something wrong? I don't know what I'm talking about. But Ambipom is extremely, is an extremely good Pokemon, extremely underused, I feel like, and is a good lead. I don't know what, but it's amazing, and Ambipom deserves number 1 on this list. And there you guys have it. That has been my top 5 most favorite Sinnoh Pokemon. If you guys did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like, favorite, comment, and subscribe on this video. Really helps us out. Feel free to subscribe to the Gaming Goat if you haven't already. He puts out great content. Please show your support. And if you want to check out my videos for some reason, I am doing a Pokemon Leaf Green Wedlock series. I'm also doing a Pokemon Showdown series where I just go on Showdown, challenge some people. I also do top 10s on my channel. I've done a Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke. I also do a few tutorials, so if you have any interest in that, feel free to check me out. My link should be in the description below, but yeah, we are also going to be doing a top 10 Hoenn Pokemon, which will be on my channel, so if you have any interest in that, feel free to check it out. I don't know if it's up by the time this is posted, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Feel free to show your support, and yeah, thanks for having me. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this list. Hopefully, you guys will check out Arodiad's channel, and make sure that you all watch the other top 5 that will be on his channel. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, have a great day.